Hi, I'm Anthony Jeremiah. We live in a very interesting time. A pivotal time, in fact. Even if you've been living under a rock, you know that something is up. We're on the precipice of something we've never experienced before. You can feel it. And I'm not talking about the external play, the circus that's going on around us. This is merely a reflection of what's going on inside. You feel the pressure, right? You feel the stress, and that's expressed in the external world around you. Everything that's coming at you on social media, on the news, on the TV, on your phone, everything is all a reflection of what's happening within inside of you. The death of the little self. I've got news for you. The little self is already dead. You are in your coffin already. You've been living a lie. You've been living in a world of death. You are literally the walking dead. Tough to hear, but I'm talking about the ego here. The little self. It doesn't exist anymore. You are in the chrysalis. You are the caterpillar in the final stages of transformation. It's time now, right now, in this moment, for you to break out of the cocoon, the chrysalis, and become the butterfly that you truly are. Everything that you hold on to in fear right now is already dead. That's the old you, the old version, the caterpillar. That part of you is already dead. So anything that you hold on to from that existence is only going to cause pain and suffering until you have to let it go. You have to burst through that chrysalis now, this moment. Realize that you've grown beyond all of that stuff from the past, all of those habits, beliefs, systems, and everything is belief. It's a belief about yourself, self-belief. Your beliefs create your reality, and this is what you are having to face right now. And whether you accept this or not, it is staring you in the face. It is challenging you. It is making you question everything that you've believed in your life up to now. What is real? Is the way I've been living my life authentic to who I really am? I bet that you feel like you don't fit in your world anymore, like your energy is too big for the little box that you've put yourself in, and it's causing you great stress and pain, anxiety, anger, frustration. And you feel like you're going backwards. Well, you're not. This is the higher you trying to incorporate itself more into your experience, but you are resisting because of your belief mechanisms, your habits, old habits that are actually causing you more pain and suffering now than ever before. Things that you used to do in the past that were perfectly in harmony with your life then, but now they are no longer. Because you're meant to let those things go, but you have to do it in your own time. The more you hold on to old habits and old beliefs that no longer serve the higher perspective, then you will continue to experience more stress and pain until you learn the lesson and let them go. Believing that you are limited is part of these negative self-beliefs. You're not limited. You are only limited by your beliefs. Only by your beliefs. If you're stuck in that job that you've done for the last how many years that you don't really like, and you don't really like the people at your job, it's stress, and you feel like it's becoming more and more difficult every day, but you still go because it's what you've done for the last 10 years or 20 years or whenever, how long. But you know there's something calling, something deeper, something higher calling that maybe it's been calling you for a long time, but you still don't believe that you can achieve that. You don't believe you have the time or the energy to do that. Therefore, you don't do that. And the cycle continues and continues and continues. But if you really look at your life and you realize that actually you could make time for that, you could, in however small a way, step forward towards that. But you have to make the conscious decision, and you have to stand up and take action. Change your belief. Stop telling yourself and giving yourself excuses as to how and why you cannot do this, why you cannot follow your true heart's desire. Stop keeping yourself small. Do the right thing. The whole world is actually riding on this choice that you have to make, and you have to make this choice. And as long as you put this off, or you refuse to make this choice, the lessons are going to get tougher and tougher. Because you are resisting the flow of the river here. You are swimming against the stream of consciousness, where consciousness wants to take you, where your higher self wants you to change your focus, because you are focusing on the past, because all your belief systems are based upon past experiences, past conceptions. I know the future is scary because it's unknown, but the future is always unknown, which means there is so much more potential in the future than there is in the past. There is zero potential in the past. The past is gone. The past version of you is gone. But you're still holding on to the beliefs based on the past. But I tell you, your future is not in your past. Who you are now is not the person that you believe yourself to be, because who you believe yourself to be has died, does not exist anymore. The very fact that you are watching this video, listening to me here, is evident enough that you are ready to transform. You are resisting this transformation. You have been resisting this transformation. But now it is time. Everything is in good time. The resistance to this change was anticipated by the higher self, because it is a process. It cannot happen overnight or in a flash. But it will happen. It is happening now. So don't stress about this. Don't fear. Don't be anxious. Don't be thinking, oh, I better transform, I better fix everything because I might miss the boat, I might miss the train to a higher state of being. No, you won't. You won't miss anything. You'll get there. Your journey is your journey, and you will get there. You can't fail. You won't fail. I know the higher you. I'm not talking about the little me, the small self, the higher, the oneness that binds us all, that binds this dream, this game, reality. I still play with the little self from time to time. But right now when I talk to you from a higher version of self. Not the highest version of self, but a higher version of self than the self that deals with the external world on a day-to-day basis. But every day I, like you, make the conscious effort to incorporate a higher perspective into my experience than I have before. To look at things as neither good nor bad, but just part of the process, part of the transformation. Because everything around you, don't forget this, everything around you in the external world is a direct correlation or a reflection of the inner battle. there is no external battle, there is only an inner battle. And that is the stress of transformation from the caterpillar into the butterfly, from the seed into the dandelion. The seed has to push all the way through the darkness in the soil up to the light and open out into a flower. You are at the stage now where you need to push through the soil into the light. And the great fear is that you don't achieve that and you rot away in the darkness. You don't make the transition into the light, into the expansion. Break out of the chrysalis, the cocoon or the tomb, the coffin of death, into the butterfly. It's time for you to break out into expression of a higher self, a more unified, balanced self, and recognizing the higher self in all expressions of self around you. You will live a life of balance, harmony. You will live a life of service. Your actions will be from the heart and only from the heart. Yes, the heart and mind, but no action will be taken without the heart's consent. Harmony, peace, joy, creativity, freedom, expression, community. But don't look for these things in the outside world, because if you look for them now, you'll find a lot of contrast, because we're still in that phase just before transition, graduating from the caterpillar into the butterfly. You cannot comprehend the experience of the butterfly whilst you are still in that chrysalis. You can imagine, but you cannot comprehend what it is like. So remember that your experience now is not going to be your experience once you have made the transition. And you won't be able to fully comprehend it until you have made it. Allow yourself. It's not about doing anything. It's about allowing yourself to let go of the old belief systems, to let go of the belief of separation. Everything around you is you. It's you. You are turned inside out. You think you are looking outside of you, but everything around you that you can see, feel, and hear is inside of you.